All right. Should we do the testing of this one to see? I guess it's probably fine, right?
It's probably fine. Is it picking up on 2 different tracks?
It is. Testing.
I mean,
I think it's good. I think we're
good. Can you hear it? Like, does it sound good when you're hearing it?
Yeah, absolutely. And then now I'm trying to figure out. Well, I'm trying to figure out what these wheels do. There's the two right wheels.
What do these bits and bobs do?
what those bibs and bobs do, though?
What the dog do?
What the dog do?
What the dog doing?
What the dog doing?
Gizmo? What the dog doing? Gizmo?
You say hello, Gizmo, when you're spoken to.
Not a peep to be had.
All I saw was his head going.
Oh, shit.
So.
Today is May 20th.
Saturday, May 20th, 2023. And
Baby.
we are in St. Paul again.
We are.
We
back
have
at it.
little Mario in the bed.
Mario's supposed to be taking a nap, but he's eating ice cream and watching Street Fighter videos. You know, the huge.
The huge.
Whatever the fuck. Because that's what a Mario's got to do.
That's what a Mario wants to do.
That's what a Mario needs to do.
It's what he feels to do. And we went to the Curiosities.
We went to the Oddities and Curiosities Expo, traveling expo, that is slowly going across the United States. And it's basically vendors who are doing taxidermy or art or stickers or pins and other odd accoutrements. And yeah, it was slam jammed in there. We were packed in like sardines. Mario immediately had to dip out. He's like, too many people, hate it. So he went and chilled outside.
Don't blame him on that. It was
Not
fucking packed.
I was like feeling anxious as fuck.
Yeah.
But a lot of cool taxidermy, a lot of cool things to see. You basically treated it like a museum, which is a great mindset to have.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if I had money, there's some cool stuff in there that I would think about putting up on my walls. I mean, you see above my bed, it's pretty empty. So, like some of the skulls and stuff, like the mounted skulls, I was like, that would be actually really cool.
Yeah, I went with a full intention to buy like 2 or 3 things, but everything was like $100, $180, $250, $350. Anything really fucking dope was like $500, $750, $1,000. It was crazy.
Yeah, we talked about like the stuff that there's a lot of stuff that looked the same. And
yeah, all the booths like started blending together. Like we
got lost.
We got lost.
We asked for mommy.
Where's mommy?
Where's she at? And the things that all blended together and looked the same were like 100, but then like the really like cool, like only one of a kind shit, no way, unless you're just like a wealthy connoisseur.
There was a taxidermied mink that was really cute, but it had some like subpar fake flowers on it, but it was mounted on like a nice little thing. And they wanted $100 for that thing. I kind of regret not getting it, but at the same time, like I didn't end up getting anything. I went with full intention of buying like 3 things, didn't walk out with a single fucking thing. They had butterflies for like $30, and I heard, did you hear the guy talking?
Which guy?
The guy with all the butterflies for like $30.
No, I don't think I remember.
He was telling somebody that he works with like a butterfly farm. And butterflies naturally only live like a very short amount of time. So they have a deal with that farm where they basically get all the dead butterflies. And so they're making bank on that shit. They had like, 10, 20, 30 of each type of butterfly that they had.
Because I wonder if that farm is like getting paid for the dead butterflies.
I'm sure they have something worked out, or maybe like a donation towards the whatever it is, if it's like a botanical garden situation.
But the profit has to be huge.
Follow the money. We need to get to the bottom of this. Who's behind it? Is it the governor? Why isn't he
the governor?
Why isn't he fixing in the fucking potholes?
Why isn't he putting dead butterflies in the potholes yet? I don't get it.
But yeah,
Just stack it full.
dude, I can't believe the amount of people that were there. The attendance was off the fucking charts.
It really was. It was insane. I really enjoyed it. I just wish it wasn't as packed because I felt like it was like sometimes you'd go into a booth. There were so many booths there, and you'd go into a booth and like as you're like walking around it, you're literally like
Gridlocked.
a sardine, and it's like you can't even enjoy or stand there because you feel like you're an inconvenience to someone, or you're just like, ugh, like people are around me. It was anxiety a little bit.
Yeah, it was a little anxiety inducing. What was crazy is, so we got there around 2:10 p.m. and about the hour mark in, hour and a half, it started clearing out, and we were walking around these booths that we had already been to or around 2 or 3 times, and all of a sudden there was just not people in front of them, and we're like, holy shit, here's like a whole booth that just emerged from a crowd of people
From out of nowhere.
Yeah, because like it was so packed you could not even see what they were like, what they had presented. It was wild. Here's a little audio texture.
Get that siren. There's a couple siren. Living in the city.
Living in the city.
Living in the city.
Living in the motherfucking city.
We're hearing the sirens blast.
Blasting on you.
Should start a
Gizmo?
band. What would our band name be?
Dude, I would love for Mario to make like a jam session area for us, and we can just like sing and have like percussions.
No, not only that, but like, oh my god, I would almost, if I had, or after I graduate and I get my and I don't have to pay tuition anymore, and I get that pay raise, I will throw money towards that loop machine or whatever.
Oh, yo. It would be so fucking sick.
I would throw money towards it.
That is the dream, is the loop machine.
Yep.
That is the dream, the loop machine.
That is the dream, the loop machine.
That is the dream, the loop machine.
That is the dream, the loop machine. That is the dream, the loop machine. Dude, I feel like Nicki Minaj. That was some Nicki shit. How much are those?
I want to say it's like $300 for a 2-button one, and I don't know if you only get 2 loops for that one.
Okay.
And then it's like, I want to say $500 to $600 for the 4-loop one.
And that's the good one, right?
Yeah. I feel like you want a 4-button rig.
Dude, I would throw. What if we all split it 3 ways?
I'd be down for that, $200 each.
$200?
But we would have to be like so fucking committed to doing it. It can't just be another like hobby that we throw money into and then we're just like,
I know. Well, hey, it would basically converge with the podcasting.
That's true. It would just fall under the Variety Air umbrella.
Where we can like talk and then like do, because we're very singy-songy as a group.
Totally.
That we could like literally just bounce in and out with that as a part of it.
And so we're just like talking about stuff and getting distracted, and then like we do a little that would be so much fun.
That's a great idea.
Oh, that's it. Dude, you're literally describing Mark Rubier's We've Got Company, his series on Amazon.
Wait, that's not what I saw.
No, yes, that is exactly. That was one
Okay.
episode. He had a bunch of different artists on. He had like Black Lotus and like a bunch of other people and some techno artists and shit like that. And they would just like hang out, play video games sometimes, just talk about whatever, maybe eat snacks, and then they would just like jam out and like make music together live.
It's such a great it's not like a great creative release, especially when like you as a friend group, you're like, people would love to hang out with us.
I don't know if that's true, but I
think that's true.
For me, it's just like, you know me, my game has always been, I want like a time capsule of like the dumb shit that we've done and said. Because like I'm such an introvert, so I want to like kind of document that stuff. Even if it never goes anywhere, even if I never edit it and like put it up, like I know on a hard drive somewhere is it like hours upon hours of cringy shit that we've like done and said.
Where in like 20 years or like in like 50 years at one of our guys' funerals, we'll just like,
oh my gosh,
we'll like pull it out.
Dude, what if I've been like, I haven't been, but what if I just like make a super cut of each individual person like only clips of them,
Oh,
and then just like played it
shit,
at some point in
dude.
time.
That would actually be a really good Christmas present. That'd be a good
It's
Christmas
so much
present.
work, though.
So much work for little. Well, you don't have to pay for any of it, which
I
is
can't
nice. But
tell you how much fucking footage I have. I used to have a GoPro, and we would wear it for the entire convention and just like walk around. I would scrub through videos of Ben wearing the GoPro, and he he would like go into the men's bathroom with it on for one, but he'd point it down.
he'd point it down.
Yes, he'd point it down. He'd still hide his shit or whatever, but like you'd hear him peeing, he would just go, yeah. And he'd like wash his hands in the fucking footage. And then I'd scrub forward and he would be like drunk and talk to somebody. He's like, I don't get pissed often, but when I get pissed, I get triggered. And then I'd scrub forward and it's him like running into the fucking night. It's madness. It's chaos, all of it.
Oh my God. That is hilarious. I want to see that.
Oh man.
Dude.
Sometimes it's like, it feels good to watch that stuff. And then sometimes I'm like, this shit's so cringe. I can't even stand it.
But why is it feel
But
though? Why is it cringe?
I don't know.
It's like our youth,
That's true.
you know.
Yeah.
And in our youth we're immature, but also like I didn't feel such a heaviness. Like, you know what I mean? Like there wasn't even like 3 years ago there wasn't a heaviness. It was like all fun and games, you know. I miss that.
I miss that as well. And that's why it's nice like us hanging out, because I feel like it's so low pressure and neither of us wants to like make a decision. We're just like completely satisfied with like being fucking goofy,
dude,
in the presence of each other and just being
Yeah.
like, this is a totally safe spot and like we can just say or like sing whatever we want. It's just super chill.
Yeah.
But
yeah, super relaxed, super like we don't have to have anything on the docket specifically to enjoy our time together.
Yeah.
We can enjoy like just chilling, and it's like this is what I was looking forward to this whole week.
Fuck yeah. And I love, dude, your apartment has such a fucking vibe to it. I
Thank
love just like
you.
being in the space, like there and here, and you have like really unique lighting set up. You've really like made a cool place for yourself. I fucking adore it.
That means a lot. I feel
Hell
like
yeah.
it has changed a lot since
Yeah.
since
Like,
I first got
you've,
here.
like, you've honed it.
I've dug in. I've
Yeah.
learned style. A lot of it's like I don't know what colors and like
Sure.
all that shit.
Yeah.
So I was learning that, and
Well, you lived abroad for so long where you just basically bought like groups of items that you felt would like get you through.
or even not well like in my oh my God, Honduras, that house I lived in, the furniture, it was already there. Like the bed that was like screwed into the floor with the cement screw, it was like cemented to the floor.
God.
Dude, and it was like a terrible bed. And then you had like the couches. I mean, everything was great in that house, but yeah, it wasn't mine.
Yeah.
I didn't buy any of that shit, and I shared that shit.
Yeah.
So this is definitely like learning and an upgrade in terms
Well,
of
yeah,
what
and
I
that
like.
makes life feel like it's constantly new for you, because now you're like experiencing. You've lived on your own abroad, but now like living on your own in America and like having like this collection of things and like really finding your decor like vibe and shit like that.
Yeah. I wonder if I would even
I hear Mario snoring, by the way.
Oh wow, yeah, he fell asleep. Is he gonna be awake later?
To be determined.
TBD.
TBD.
That's okay. We'll make do. Do you see what my cat's
Yeah.
doing right now? I don't know what's happening.
I feel like this is what I do with Rorschach. He just like slowly wants to like be in my lap and like all over me.
Let's see if he goes now. Fuck, I forgot. Oh,
Sorry.
I was gonna say, what I thought about like getting a 1-bedroom apartment, like at some point soon, expanding. But I gotta say, I like the studio. There's some things that I wish I could change, but as far as like like I'm comfortable, and why change it, you know?
I would say that's like, if that's what you want, go for it. If it's a unique spot, like otherwise, if it doesn't fucking beat this place, no dice. Well, I mean, obviously it's your life, do whatever you want, but
It's too cool of a place, right?
it really is. It's just like, it's got its own little, even though it's a studio apartment, it's like very spacious. Like you've really maximized like a lot of the area.
Well, dude, I've been in like one bedrooms in downtown Minneapolis before, or not. Yeah, one bedrooms that are. So this is like a little over 600 square feet. And I've been in one bed, and I pay about like $1,070.
Yeah.
Right now.
So under 1,100.
Yep, and that's including all the fees.
Sure.
Before I paid like $1,040.
Sure.
Last year I paid, so it's about $20 increase every year because they have like a rent freeze where landlords cannot raise over 3%.
Oh,
each year,
yeah.
which is sick. Like that law just
Bless
passed
it.
last year. Bless it. Psst, psst. And I was in this one bedroom in Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
For different reasons, and it was like 500 square feet. So less, and it was one of those where it was like a brand new building or whatever.
Sure.
And the one bedroom was like the walls were just like plastic. Like it was clear that they just like put like a wall around. Like, does that make sense? Like it was an open space and it should have been a studio.
Oh, and they just like boxed it in an area.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It like
mean,
didn't extend out, but extended inward, and it was 1,600.
That's wild. Yeah, not worth.
No, not worth it all.
I don't think so. And like I said, I like the look of the buildings. I know that there's like cooler ones, but at what fucking cost?
Yeah, and now the windows
I'm
make
afraid
it
to
cooler.
ask.
The windows make it cooler.
Oh, the windows? Dude, okay, here's the deal. Here's the fucking deal. If you get a couch that you love, I feel like it's going to take this apartment to like another year, maybe 2 years.
Yep.
I think it's going to refresh your living room space so much, because that's my only qualm is I just wish that we had like a more concise,
group area.
Yeah, like it'd be nice for when Mario and I come up.
Yep, I
I'm not-
totally agree.
Dude, like it's not an inconvenience by any means, but I just feel like it's going to totally amplify that to the next fucking level.
Yeah.
Sam's getting wine, so bear with me. I'm your host now.
Sorry. I was just like in my head. I'm like, I want to get this. I'm like, I may as well just.
I want to get this.
No, I agree. I definitely. I know. It's God. This whole building of this apartment has been interesting.
I feel like
It's
you
been a
lucked
slow
out
process.
with this. I know that it was like super stressful to get this place, but like I feel like it paid off so much.
Thank you. I think it did. Yeah. I think I lucked out too, and I lucked out too with how I chose St. Paul, not Minneapolis, because
Sure.
my job is east.
Yeah.
So it's a shorter commute. It's not a bad commute.
Yeah.
And it's such a nice area,
Mm-hmm.
and it's calm.
Yeah.
And it's such a great. Yeah, I love this
Dude.
area.
Nothing to bat a fucking eye at with this place at all. I love it.
Super nice area.
Very happy for you.
Thank you, and not expensive. I don't think
Totally.
in terms of cost of living and salary and stuff. Eventually, I will look for a condo. Realize that a house
Sure.
is not for me.
I disagree, but go ahead.
Well, a house is for you. I don't know if a house is for me. I don't know if I can do. I'm not interested in like upkeeping of like a lawn and having that big amount of yard space.
I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
It's like not my
Yeah.
preference,
Yeah.
is what I'm saying. I'd rather like pay like a fee to have like all that shit taken care of.
Gizmo, this court is not for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And
Sorry.
do you remember that coffee shop I took you to?
Uh-huh.
They have, as an example, around here, really cool condos, like in those buildings
Sure.
at the top. And they're like apartment buildings, pretty much apartments,
Ah.
but like bigger, and they're your own place. And you pay a mortgage.
Yeah, but like there's something about paying an HOA even after I pay off my fucking mortgage that just like rubs me the wrong way.
Sure.
Like, how dare you continue to charge me?
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. It's unlikely that you'd be there for the rest of your life. So I guess whatever. Like you could pay
It's
or
like
you
building
could like,
equity.
True.
But would that even I also haven't dug deep into it, and you know a lot more about it than me, so feel free to educate me. But I feel like you wouldn't make as much money on a condo if you moved from a condo than you would from a house.
Oh, 100%.
Right?
100%.
I feel like a condo's less lucrative, actually.
It
as
builds
a
equity
real estate.
so much slower because you go and look, and condos are way cheaper than looking at anything else because they're nothing compared to.
It's a nothing burger.
But here's the deal, dude. My homeowner's insurance went up by almost double. And so my mortgage jumped up by over $100 this year. That's fucked. So
$100 per month?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And they reassessed my house, and it went up by $35,000.
Like the value?
The value
so
of
the
it
value
jumped
went up.
according to the county. So I
that
had to
means
pay more.
you made $35,000 in some ways.
But here's the deal: you're taxed on a percent of what your house is worth. So now my property tax went up. So that made my mortgage go up as well.
Fuck them.
Yep.
Fuck them.
Yeah. They're getting everybody right now. Everybody's getting got.
Dude,
and the old 515.
It's the economy, dude. It's inflation. All of that's wrapped up in it. It's all wrapped up.
End this miserable life.
Just please cease. Please cease. Did I ever tell you about the email I got from a teacher earlier this school year?
No.
A rude email where all it said was please cease.
Oh, yes, you did. Yeah.
So I won't go into that story, but that's just reminded me of that. Please cease.
Cease this.
Cease this. Seize this day.
Yeah. Dude, sometimes I wish the apocalypse would just happen.
How would you like the apocalypse to come about? Like, what would you like? Raining hellfire?
I mean, zombies would be the dopest.
But like, do you see yourself like surviving the apocalypse that you
No.
all brought on? You just want apocalypse to end you and everything?
I think it'd be fun while it lasts until it's not.
So a zombie thing would be fun for
Yeah.
sure. What about like a vampire?
Oh, are you kidding me?
Good, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, okay. But I was like, oh, I hope she says yes.
Of course. We stand Buffy the Vampire Slayer in this household.
Oh my God. If it was a vampire apocalypse, I would lose my fucking shit.
How would that go down, though? Like, what kind of... Do you feel like it would just be vampires feeding on humans, or do you feel like it would be like people becoming vampires and then like True Blood fashion where there's not enough blood for the vampires, so they start like synthesizing blood to satiate the vampires? Like, what do you think is going to happen?
I think it would be a regular schmegular at first vampires
Feasting,
but
going
then
feast mode.
And why I feel like that's cooler than zombies. Well, zombies are cool, but why I would prefer the vampire one is, unlike with zombies, it's like you retain yourself as a vampire.
That's true. And you're safe during the daylight hours.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I guess you have a level of safety, and it's like, oh shit, it's about to be, it's about to be dusk.
It's about to be dinner o'clock.
And I'm still ootin' a boot. So I gotta
scoot on to my home.
Yeah, I gotta skedaddle. So
I feel like that's better than the thing.
That would be freaky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you remember? Okay, so sorry, forgive me. I know we've talked about this our whole friendship, but you've seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer in bits and pieces, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Never all the way through.
Never all the way through.
But a lot of it.
You like know the general vibe and like the seasons and the villains.
I would regularly watch it growing up. So I just like watched it when I caught it or when they had marathons and stuff like that. And then I think like 2 years ago, I started episode 1, season 1 and watched it like season 3 before I started like intently before I started like getting bored of like crunching it. So I just watched it in passing.
Well, in that case, did you ever see, and it was in the 3rd season, the episode where Cordelia is like she makes a wish? that Buffy was never born, or I'm sorry, that Buffy never came to Sunnydale. And
I have not seen that episode.
I mean, should I talk about it, or do you want?
Oh
to
yeah,
spoil?
go
Okay.
for it. I don't care.
Okay. So basically, what happens is Cordelia. Cordelia is such a fascinating character. Basically, was a popular girl, hated the Scooby Gang that consisted of Buffy, Willow, and Xander, and then like ended up like dating Xander and falling in love with Xander, and then Xander cheated on Cordelia with Willow a little bit before Willow realized she was gay. These shows are crazy.
Yeah.
So Cordelia hated them again, and then Cordelia was like hanging out with this new girl, Anya.
Yep.
And that was Anya's first episode, and she's a wish demon.
Ah.
And Cordelia unknowingly made a wish that changed reality, and she said, she was just talking regularly and was like, I wish Buffy Summers never came to Sunnydale. And Anya was like, turned into a demon, was like, Dawn. And then it became like what we described with the vampires, where it was like, because in that show no one knows about vampires really,
Sure.
but
because the Slayer keeps them safe.
Yeah, so because the Slayer never came, you ended up having this whole town that like knew about vampires, and they would never like they would just be out during the daylight, and then like as soon as it was like starting sundown, like they would be like running home, and they were super super anxious about it.
Good luck, kiddos.
Good luck. So anyway, that reminded me of that. I feel like that'd be a cool apocalypse scenario. What are other apocalypse scenarios? So we have zombies, vampires. What else?
I think Spike was like one of my first crushes ever.
Ooh, the Spike apocalypse coming, raining charms down.
Oh hell yeah!
Spike v Angel. You never liked Angel?
No, I preferred Spike. I was into the bad boys.
What about when Angel went bad?
That was fine.
But it was Spike.
Yeah, but then Spike already had it.
Spike was it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, James Marsden. Yeah, he was a good.
Yeah, I forgot his name. Holy shit.
He was like this British dude. He's
Yeah.
a really good actor.
Yeah.
I thought he did a fantastic job in that show.
Sure. Oh, I loved it when Spike and Buffy hooked up.
Dude, and it was hot. It was like puberty. Like when I was like, God, when was it? It was like when we were like 11 or 12.
Sure.
So, yeah, it was like, oh my God, this is yeah.
That's that hotness.
That's that hotness. And I never watched Angel.
I did in passing as well. It was
did?
decent. He had his own tag team or whatever of demons.
And it like also
They'd go out and fight crime together.
And like figure shit out, and there's like this law firm that's evil.
Mm-hmm.
The
evil law firm.
Like Wolfham and Hart. I know it blends with Buffy in
Yeah, there's like
ways.
crossovers.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like
Was that the original series that did like crossovers like that, where you watch them both and then they...
No, I don't know what
I'm sure there's other shit.
I don't know what the original one was, but I remember Golden Girls had a lot of spinoffs.
Oh, really?
And they had a lot of crossovers.
Nice.
It's like you would have like a pilot, like a character from Golden Girls on an episode, and it was rated popular, and they got their own spinoff. And then they would consistently have those people on the show, and it was in the same universe.
Gotcha. Kind of like Family Guy and the Cleveland show or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. But what would be cool about Buffy is it would be like, I think, what was it? Was it Buffy before Angel? I think Buffy aired before Angel on the WB.
It had to have, yeah.
It was like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. So like the Buffy episode would occur. And if it was a crossover episode, basically it would start, like there would be a little mini arc that would start in Buffy's episode.
And then Angel episode would start immediately after.
And it would carry on. And it would carry on.
That's the shit.
The one I'm thinking of is the fourth, I hate how I know so much about it, but like the fourth season episode. Actually, the fourth season episode where they cook a Thanksgiving dinner. And Angel's like spying on her.
Oh, is that the one where Angel gets his hand stuck up the turkey's ass?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Yep, I remember that one.
Yep. And I forgot why he's spying on her, but he doesn't want anyone to tell her that he's there and they all know. And then she finds out at the very, very end in the last sentence of the episode. And then the next episode of Angel plays, and it's her coming into LA where he's at, being like, why did you spy on me? And then like he ends up like becoming human for a day.
Oh yeah. And then like,
and they have sex and they eat ice cream together. That's all I remember.
Yeah. Anyway,
they like play out like a relationship. They like have hot sex, and then he's like hurrying really fast from the kitchen with ice cream. That's the literal. I specifically remember that.
So this has been our Buffy and Angel podcast.
Dude. Oh, dude. It's actually, there's that Morbid podcast I used to listen to.
Yeah.
Did I hear something?
It's your music playing off of the...
Oh, shit.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's just like a little intense. So
a little intense.
Switch it to Chromeo.
We stand Chromeo.
We stand Chromeo. Dude, this song played on blast at the VFW 2000s indie party that I went to. I want to take you guys to the VFW at some point.
Uh-huh.
It's like this, it's called the James Ballantine VFW. It's in Uptown in Minneapolis. And it's got like 3 different like dance floors or 3 different like bars with different vibes. Like one is a karaoke bar. One is a dance floor, and they have like just different themed music all the time. And one of them is like electro indie.
Did you send me a snap from there?
Possibly.
I'm pretty sure. I was like, oh, rocking the Chromeo. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That rings a bell.
That was the weekend that Val was here.
Yeah.
I want to say. And then I want to go to a place where they have karaoke set up in individual rooms, and you get a private karaoke room. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Like Succession.
Yes, exactly like Succession.
Where he comes in and he's just like the old man waddling in.
I want one of those because I think I would be way more interested in doing karaoke.
We'd have to
somewhere.
have a big group.
A big group? Why?
So we could all. Well, how many were you thinking?
I'd be fine if it was just me, you, and Mario.
I could do that. I just figured actually that would be better because then you would be able to like take turns with songs. I was just thinking in terms of like, you know, if you wanted to take a break from like listening to the music, then people could go to one space and hang out and talk, and then it was like a party atmosphere.
Sure.
But like you felt comfortable still doing karaoke because you literally knew everybody.
Yeah.
And you could try to get people's. I'm just trying to live my like indie movie dream.
Same, dude. I started doing this last year was the first time I did it, but I started doing like video compilations of I take all the videos on my phone that I took during that year and I splice them together and throw them over a song. I'm just going to start doing that every year.
Ooh.
And like picking one of my favorite songs of that year and just like putting it to that thing.
That's a really good idea.
Did you see the one that I made?
With we went like scooter ride like in St. Paul.
I did like a short one of just St. Paul, but then I did like one of the entire year.
I don't know if I remember the entire year. I remember the St. Paul one.
Anyway.
Oh, no, it sounds familiar.
Anyway, you should do that too if you want to.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or don't.
Or do. Or do.
How does this sound? Did you hear it at all?
It's been recognized.
Nice. It's been recognized. What are you, a fucking audio input device?
Yeah. It's been heard.
Audio file recognized.
Audio file recognized. Yeah, I am happy I started like doing those Spotify playlists of like every year having like a whole list of songs. And I'll just like return to them. My best year that I like my best playlist I think is 2020.
Is that Persephone's Pussy?
No, that's 2022. 2020 is that was peak COVID. That was manic COVID.
I recently went through like who I'm following and who's following me on Spotify just to like see what's up. And I had somebody that was going to unfollow because it was obvious that their account got like deactivated or something because it was just like 012974. It was just like a series of long numbers. And I went and I saw the fucking 4th of July Panini playlist, and I was like, oh, that's Sam, and it must be because you had Spotify and Facebook connected at one time, and then when you disconnected. So I think you can still go into Spotify and change your username and like attach
Instead of having it be all the numbers.
Yeah, that's up to you, but I'm just letting you know.
Is that where you found Persephone's pussy?
Oh, totally, yeah, because we're following each other. Because I actually
did you listen to it?
I've gone through your playlist before, just like when I'm bored, because I don't really care what I listen to most times.
Can I go through your playlist?
I keep most of my shit private.
Feel free. I think you have such a great taste in music, so feel free to share with me like a playlist of current music.
Yeah. I need to do the yearly one like you do. That's a really good idea. But I try to categorize all my shit. I try to like put it in genres.
Oh yeah. So
I'm not chaotic enough because I listen to like such a weird variety of shit that like
same.
Nice, yeah.
And then what's nice is though with that chaos is at the end of each year you like listen through it and you never know what the fuck you're gonna get.
Sure.
Like
do you ever prune it post year?
I want to. There's some I want to do that for. 2020.
Like, this was the shit then, but not now.
There's like a couple of songs where I'm like, I don't like this at all. Why did I add this? You know, and like those I need to go through. But like for the most part, there's a lot of good ones. And then there's like songs that appear on every single playlist.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's a necessity because those are like GOAT. You know,
sure.
They've
withstood the test of time.
They really have. So when I started this was in. Oh, actually, you know what would be a fun activity would be... Actually, never mind.
We could do it when we got my setup sometime where it can, like, capture it all.
Like, play,
if you want.
Like, play old playlists and stuff like that? No, it's okay. Like, is that what you meant? Like, playing old playlists and stuff?
Yeah, just, like, kind of perusing through, seeing what's up.
Yeah, like, I have, like... I've had this account since... I have a playlist called Cold Mornings.
Mm-hmm. I have a playlist called
added 2012.
Oh my god.
So 14 years ago?
Damn.
13 years ago?
I was a Pandora kid.
Yeah, you were.
And I didn't want to switch over to Spotify because I had already invested so much of my whatever.
All of your interests in music, yeah.
And I didn't want to start over.
Mine was I had Pandora too, but I had Spotify. So 2012, so I was in college.
Yep.
I think that's oh my god, Bitches Ain't Shit. Do you remember that song?
Yes, of course.
Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Lick on these nuts and suck the dick. Let's get the fuck out after you're done. Hops my ride to make a quick run. I used to know a bitch named Merrick, right? We used to roll around and fuck the hoes at night. Tatted in the motherfucking gangster beats. And we was balling in the motherfucking Boston streets. Beat that shit, got deep and it was on. Number one song after number one song. Long as my motherfucking wallet was fat, I didn't give a fuck where a bitch was at. That's all I remember.
How can you remember that, but literally you call Erica Badu, Erica Bade, and Badow, and like literally 15 minutes after we talk about it?
Because I don't really forget, and I'm being humorful.
The truth comes out. I'm just trolling.
Well, I thought that was known.
Dude, yeah. We gotta like dig into some old music. We were driving up here and like old Census Fail music came on, and I haven't listened to them in freaking forever.
What came on specifically?
Oh, I can't even remember the name of the song. I'd have to get back to you on that.
Was it one of their older, like old cuts?
Something in a blue dress.
Lady in a blue dress.
Yeah, I think so.
I liked Census Fail.
Dude, I loved them.
Mm-hmm.
I think their lead singer's name was like Buddy or something.
What was it? What was his name? What was his / hers?
I remember he signed my Converse, and I like cherished that shoe.
Oh, you saw him in concert?
Yeah, I would wear mismatched Converse. I would always keep the old one that he signed, and then like whenever I got a new pair of shoes, I'd only like have one. What the fuck?
That sounds like High School Tiana.
It really does.
I fucking love that.
Yeah.
High School Tiana was a vibe.
She was a vibe.
She was
Truly.
a vibe. Do you feel...
Whom was she?
Do you feel at all like your high school self?
I feel like a broken version of that. Young and
Oh,
hopeful.
shit.
I mean, yeah. That's who made me.
Buddy Nielsen is his name.
It was Buddy, yeah. Fuck
Buddy
yeah.
Nielsen. I just wonder because I think back to me in high school and I don't feel
Related to them?
at all.
Yeah.
I feel like that is if that person walked in, I would have nothing in common with that person. I'm not the same personality.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Is that the same for you? Or do you feel like you have a connection with changes?
There's still a connection, I feel. But I get you. I mean, there are things that I still love. Like, I'm very much still in love with, like, classic survival horror games, and I still get really excited about that shit, and I don't know.
Well, I mean, I do too, and I love that shit back then
But
too.
personality-wise, no.
Like, what you're willing to do or not do.
Oh, like boundary settings and
Well,
shit like that?
as an
Like,
example.
Oh, yeah, sure. I feel like the 30s is a era of confidence and boundaries and kind of getting comfortable in your own skin in a way.
Dude, it really is. And also just like not giving a fuck in some ways.
True. I appreciate that part. I used to not give a fuck in a naive way, and now I don't give a fuck in like a it's not worth it way.
Like an adult way, like a strategic
Yeah,
way.
yeah. Picking and choosing your battles against yourself almost.
Well, because also there's too much to be concerned about in the world. Ooh, nice.
Or is this one better?
You could do
How do I do
both.
this one?
Go up inside the lamp. Should be like a little knob.
Is it like a key?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
I think that's going to be the good one. This one's pretty bright.
Do you know the story behind this lamp?
Is this the one from your neighbors?
No.
Or is this the one from your neighbor?
That's from my neighbors.
Is this grandparents?
Yeah, that's from my grandparents'
Yeah.
house. I grew up with that in their house. And it's like a oil.
Oh, I love it.
Oil canister.
Very, very unique.
My I don't remember who made it. Someone in my family made it. I don't think my grandparents did, but maybe like one of their parents made it. They made it from that canister.
Yeah.
So it's like handmade.
Love it. No lamp like it in the fucking world. You should take a picture of it and put it on Instagram. What I'd love to do is, does it take a normal bulb? Yeah. Here's the deal. I'm going to get you some smart lights.
Okay.
That way you can use your Alexa to set dimness on these, because you have such a unique, like a very, I feel like all of your lights are like very low lit to like kind of set a tone of calmness. And these are very like surgical or like clinical bright lights.
Yeah.
So I feel like this area would really come together if you did like a dimmer type of tone, or even change the color. Like you could do different.
What about like what you have with like that orange or red?
Yes,
right there?
100%.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
that would be a vibe.
Yeah. We got to get some smart bulbs in your fucking life, dude.
Dude, and maybe in there.
You could
too.
do that, yeah, and then just keep your switch on at all times, and then just control it with your phone or directly with Alexa.
Should
Yeah.
we make like an Amazon purchase here tonight?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We could do that.
We absolutely should. I can send you a link.
That would be cool.
Send you a sneaky link.
Do you know this? So I told you about that with the neighbor, right?
Yeah, about your crazy fucking dementia-ridden, howling, naked, running old man of a neighbor who just like went crazy and died in his apartment, and then his relatives came and they were like, "You want some old fucking lamps?" And you were like, "Boy, do I!"
Boy, I'll take it.
Haunted ass lamps.
I'll take it.
Sold.
Well, what's really funny is, do you think that lamp is expensive or not expensive?
I think it's very expensive. I think that looks like a legit antique lamp, and I absolutely love it. There's something about it, baby.
I am not that observant. I didn't think that. I was like, I just need a light source. So I grabbed it and I put it in here. And then my parents came up to visit me and they saw the lamp, and like immediately they both got down on their knees inspecting the glass at the bottom. And they were like, "Is this real glass?"
Yeah.
They were like inspecting it. They couldn't believe that I had this lamp.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh shit." That's when I was like, this is like this was like a really fucking great find that
It's like
I just
glass
happened upon.
and brass, baby. Like it's legit. I don't know about the lampshade. I don't know if that's original. It looks like it might have been changed at some point because it's so fucking pristine. Unless they because like you can tell that the brass is kind of like discolored and shit.
Yeah.
But like that lampshade, that's like within the last 20 years lampshade.
I feel like, yeah, I would like to find a different lampshade. I don't know what would
No,
go.
it looks good. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't look like it originally came with it.
I don't know if I like it.
Get the different bulb in there first and see how it treats you. But yeah,
Okay.
it'd be cool to do something different.
I just feel like it would, yeah, I feel like I'd like something. I just don't like the color.
Sure.
And it seems like thick.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like
Gatorade
clunky?
should be thicker.
Gatorade should be.
We saw booty. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna repeat. Gatorade should be thicker.
We saw booty shorts at the Oddities and Curiosities Expo today, and it was just little fucking booty shorts. And Sam was like, "I want those," and it just said Gatorade should be thicker.
I think,
and that's gonna live rent free in my head for like the next 10 years. I feel
Gatorade should be thicker.
What the fuck does that mean?
Let's
Don't
look
Google it. Actually, Google it.
I feel like we should.
We deserve it. We deserve to know.
Okay, here we go. Gatorade should be thicker. If you agree that Gatorade should be thicker, there's a bumper sticker. And it says, "What does that mean? Yes, why is this so disturbing? Hi, I'm the guy that made this. If you agree that Gatorade should be thicker, please visit my website, winslowdomain.com." Someone said, "I did visit, but it's scary there, so I came back." And then someone says, "Should it be as thick as Gushers cum?"
I'm sorry.
I'm going to it. I'm Wenzel Dumaine. I do all sorts of shit. Chicago-based comedian, illustrator, writer, game developer, and merch hound. About. He's a visual artist and writer. And the goal is to convey the inspiring grandeur of suffering in situ by focusing on individual microcosms of lived experience. Okay, Shakespeare.
Okay, but what's that have to do with Gatorade being thick?
I have literally no idea.
That man's lied to us.
He does tarot cards, it looks like.
That man's lied to us.
There's a card game he's done. There's a tarot he's done. Okay, so he's like an artist, I guess, and a comedian.
Mario laughed when you said, "You're an artist."
You're an artist.
When I said, I think everyone's on the spectrum and everyone's got a touch of autism. And you're like, "You're an artist, darling. You're an artist." Oh,
dude,
shit.
that's from a South Park episode.
That's fucking funny.
Where they say, like, they're worried that they're going to become an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Because he, like, mistakes it for autism. And it's like, it's like a vaccine episode. And he doesn't want to get his vaccine. He doesn't want to get a shot. So, like, Cartman, I'm talking about Cartman. He becomes like a little piglet and runs around everywhere.
Oh, my gosh.
And they try to, like, hold him down. And then it becomes like, you know, like those rodeos where they try to catch the hog. It's like that. And then, like, his mom accidentally takes the vaccine for him because she doesn't, like, want him, like, she wants him to feel happy. So at the end of the episode, the doctor's like, "So there was complications with the accidental vaccine. Your mom is in the room next door." And he goes into the room and she's, like, sitting on a stool and, like, painting, and she just turns her head. Like, it made her into an artist.
Dude, that's hilarious.
Dude, there is are you following the election at all?
No.
Dude, same.
Really?
Well, there's elements I'm following.
Sure.
The reason I brought it up is because so Joe Biden's running again.
Whoa, that's wild.
Mm-hmm. He's running again.
What a mad lad.
Mm-hmm. And there's a primary forming on the Democratic side. And it's a Kennedy.
Really? Like a
like a John, like a
Like
JFK.
related?
Yeah, the son. So like Robert Kennedy.
No, but yeah.
So John Kennedy, the president, his brother. So he was assassinated, and then his brother was the attorney general, and he had two brothers, RFK, Robert Kennedy, and then Ted Kennedy.
Sure.
Robert Kennedy was the attorney general. JFK died in 1963. Here's the history teacher coming out. And then in 1968, Robert Kennedy was running for president against the incumbent Democratic president, Lyndon Johnson. And Lyndon Johnson dropped out. Robert Kennedy won the primary in California. He was on like a glide path to the nomination and probably would have been elected president because like that Kennedy name is like fucking solid.
Sure.
Then Robert Kennedy was assassinated
Oh, fuck.
on the night of the California primary.
Oh, shit.
So he won the California primary. He was in California. He gave a speech. He was like, yada, yada, yada.
We got this in the bag.
Yeah. And then
Squad up.
squad, fucking no cap. We're going.
No cap. For real. On God.
We're fucking slapping our way to the White House. It's going to be great.
I'm about to do the Gwitty on California.
I literally doing the fucking Gwitty in California's primary election. So he gives this speech. It's televised and everything. And then he goes into, and it's at a hotel where he gives it. And he goes into the back kitchen. And a Palestinian activist named Saran shot him
Holy shit.
in the kitchen, and he died.
Damn.
And his son is the guy that's running for president.
Robert Kennedy's son?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And
so
his-
how old is his son?
Like in his 60s, I would say.
Damn. Can't we get a young president?
I know,
Again?
right? I know. So this guy, I don't really know anything about him except like Kennedy name. That's a powerful name, but he's
Sure.
also like kind of a gadfly in the Democratic Party.
What's that mean? Sorry.
Like he's not mainstream. Like he's on the
Sure.
outskirts. He's fringe
Sure.
because he is anti-vaccine. He constantly talks about well, he has talked about in the past linking vaccines to autism.
No.
Like very much like believes in that. He's an environmental lawyer, so there's a perception that he's a kook and stuff like that.
Do you think he's a kook?
I don't really know.
In some regards?
I've chosen to start looking at politics not from a what I believe standpoint, but from a this is a sport standpoint. I really like looking at like that was a really good
Your
fucking
succession ass.
dude.
mindset.
That's literally how I'm like that's a really good campaign strategy move. Like I'm seeing it like that.
Like as if they're playing chess,
Yeah,
but it's just a bunch of idiots.
right. They're like they're dumb. The
I
people
would
that
be-
lead us are dumb. All they have is money and connections.
I would be way more into it if it wasn't just like corporations and pockets and like feeling like you're completely fucked over no matter what. I'd be like, if it actually, I don't know.
If it was actually like responsive to the American people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be nice, huh?
It'd be nice. But
Send the zombies. Send in the cloud.
fucking send them in.
Dude, Dead Island 2, you gotta get your mitts on that. I would love to play that game with you.
Okay.
It's just like fun violence
Okay.
of like a zombie apocalypse, and you're like in Hollywood, and there's like still like a bunch of rich people just being like, do my biddings for me, and like side quests and stuff like that. You go around, like everyone's like, it's got a good amount of like wit and banter and like kind of like social commentary and stuff like that. Great game. There's like, you can choose from characters, and every character has specialties. So like you can have your own special perks and shit like that.
Okay.
I'd love an opportunity to play that with you.
So you can do side quests and campaign stuff.
All together.
Co-play.
Yes. It's like playing a first-person zombie survival game, like with like cutscenes and story and lore and like voice acting. It's great.
And you played
Should
this.
he be on the fridge?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
He'll go there and hide when like maintenance people come. He'll like because there's a spot underneath between the cabinet and the fridge where he'll go.
Yeah.
Have you played it yet? Then
Yeah, I've played a little bit.
Ooh.
Maybe like 20% in, but I'd start over completely.
Okay. That would be fun.
Think about it.
Oh yeah, easy to think about.
I'm like dying to play something with somebody.
I know something to replace. I miss like having a couple nights a week to get on and play Dead by Daylight. I just don't want to play Dead by Daylight.
Yeah. Now here's the deal. Here's what would bring me back, which they're not going to do. If they put perks in the game that made it chaotic fun and removed the sweat from the situation, I would absolutely jump back in for fun. But I just can't fucking do like try hard shit.
Yeah.
It sucks my soul dry.
It's not fun. It's not fun where you can just like goof off. And we used to be able to do that.
Yes.
It's easier to do that when you have a squad of 4.
Yes.
Which is why it worked.
Yes.
But when it's just like you and I, it's like the survivors are assholes.
Totally.
And then the killer's an asshole. Or oftentimes it's the survivors that are assholes and the killer is chill.
Yeah.
But like still that ruins the game. It's like the survivors are the worst part.
Like if it felt like a fun tug of war and like we were being little shits in a fun way, I wouldn't care if I died. I don't care if the team wipes. If we had fun just like locker stunning the killer and like just like picking each other up and doing this fucking juggling act of like how long can we keep this shit show running?
Yeah.
Like that was the fun ones.
Yeah. And the killer would just like kind of be in it. Like there was a couple of them that were like fucking golden. That one with the spirit. Do you remember that one?
Yes.
Oh my God. We have to go and watch those back at some point.
I love this that I've been able to like kind of like record this process of our different hobbies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like that we have a DVD era and we have all these videos. I'm so happy that I took the time to edit those videos.
It's so important. And then like now our era is like when we do get together streaming like we haven't really like streamed games
Sure.
in a while. That was an era. Now the era is not video games, but just like talking.
Yeah.
And I love, and it's a nice change of pace.
Sure.
You know?
I feel like it's like engaging in a refreshing way.
Mm-hmm. And recording conversations to listen to later on in the background.
Totally.
Or in the bath, which is what I do.
Our little bath boy.
Our little bath boy. Except now it's not winter, so I'm kind of getting over the baths right now.
Sure.
That was like oh my God, that helped me get through
so much.
Yeah, like January and February.
Yeah.
It was good.
Well, speaking of gaming, I think we're getting ready to download There's a Beast.
There's a beast
inside.
And it's inside me. And it's inside me. It's inside me. Hello. That's my emo song.
Mario was just snoring like 30 seconds ago, and we just hear him laugh.
Dude, Mario, you're an enigma. You don't know when you're sleeping and when you're not.
I love that man.
I love him too.
But yeah, we're going to game. We're going to snack. We're going to get our best.
We're going to do all the things.
Yep.
And I think Mario's ready to clown.
Mario, are you clowning? We just hear him snore again.
Is he seriously?
No.
Oh.
Mario, send us off. Come in here and send us off. We can keep talking. You have to. You have to release us from our mortal coils.
You literally have no other option. Dude, we can make this a perfect hour. You have to come in here in 1 minute. One minute.
You have 60 seconds.
Literally 60 seconds.
You have 60 seconds. My computer's getting ready to die. It's all coming up fucking Millhouse.
Mario, get in here.
Get in here.
I don't have the strength.
How many seconds do we have?
Do you need a polio vaccine? God. Get in here.
Mario, how many seconds?
Get in here. There's 42 seconds. Get in here.
Oh my God, my computer's dying.
Mario.
Look up there.
Mario.
Your battery's running low.
Oh shit,
Mario,
you're getting fucked.
Please. Oh my God.
Mario, 32. Get him in here. 32,
Mario.
31,
Mario, you have to come.
30. Mario.
I can't.
Mario.
We're gonna we're gonna die.
Mario.
We're literally gonna die if you don't help us right now.
Mario.
Literally hit the gwitty on your fucking face.
Oh my god.
Get in here. Well, we're about dead.
Wait, is that a zombie?